Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video of Raid Shadows. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. Hopefully you had a great start with your sharp pulls. It is 2x voids going on right now. I didn't have the best luck yesterday myself, so hopefully you guys did. I didn't open up many of those, so you know my expectations are quite low. So today on today's video, we are on Casper's account. We've been on Casper's account a couple of weeks ago when we opened all the crazy primals and got a little bit unlucky with the primals, should we say. So today we're going to do a champion showcase. He has got one of the new champions, and there's been quite a lot of questions asked about this champion. So I really wanted to give you the answer today and my personal opinion. But first of all, we're going to go and show you the champion, and I'm not going to show you so much the team. It's a Hydra showcase for today. I don't want to show like everything else. I just want to show you the damage, the utility, and everything that this champion brings to your account, right? Some people said that she's going to be amazing, overpowering. Some people said that she's not going to be that and really is over the top or whatever. So today's video is going to be on Archer. I'm not going to try and sit here and pronounce a name because we all know, and all my regulars know, that I'm really bad with the names. So this is something that we're going to have to try and work on. But today is about Archer. So let's go into a kit first. Let's start with the A1. First of all, let's look at the base stats. Good base defense. It's pretty average, really. Critical damage and a bit low. Resistance is on the high side and the accuracy is on the low side. Speed is fairly average of 101, and a HP is fairly fine. So yeah, she's defense based, so it means she's good overall, staying alive, bit better for than like the tap based nukers and stuff like that. So already that is a bonus for me. So with the A1 attacks one enemy, places an increased accuracy buff on his champion for 2 turns. Cool ability, doesn't need to be booked as much. It's the damage for the book, so maybe you want to try and avoid booking this, just saves a few bucks. That's up to you guys. So there's a little bit going on with this kit. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance placing stun for 1 turn. It is a 100% chance once booked. And then if this targets a boss, has a 75% chance, 100% chance of putting decreased speed for 2 turns instead. So you'll have stun or place decreased speed. Also has decreases the turn meter of all enemies under stun placed by this champion skill by 20%. Fills the target turn meter of all allies by 10% if their decreased speed debuff is placed by all skills. So yeah, she does increase quite a lot of speed as well, especially in Hydra, which is really cool. You'll see that going on. So this does book out to 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. As you can see, so far 9 books in total. Then this is like the big ability really that's everyone's kind of asking. So attacks all enemies, places hex debuff for 2 turns, and provoke debuff for 1 turn. If the target is a boss, place a hex for 3 turns and provoke for 2 turns. So if you take master hex, that is an insane ability, right? On the support tree for the hex, and this is on a 3-turn cooldown. So overall, you know, I think it's 12 bucks, depending on the passive. Heals all allies by 10% of their max HP when attacking enemies under a hex debuff. If there are multiple champions on the team with the skill, only one will activate, so it means you can't stack it, which is good. Increases champion's defense by 5% each time this champion receives a hit enemy under stack, and stacks up to 30%, so it could be like 30% extra defense, which is pretty nice. And then she has a defense aura in dungeons. Honestly, kind of a bad aura, a little bit. I would prefer to be in all battles or maybe even Hydra, just to kind of give us something a bit more off. But overall, cool champion, looks really cool and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to go into the recording for today, and then I'm just going to play the recording quickly. You guys can kind of see what she's doing, and then we're going to come back, show you the stats, show you the gear, show you the masteries, and anything that I would question. I didn't build her, Casper did, so there might be a few things I'll change once I start looking directly more at the masteries, and we will go over a few things there as well. Blessing, to be honest, I think Courty would be the good blessing, or probably Brimstone at high level. But either way, I don't think you can go wrong. Even Phantom Touch could be a option. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of her. So yeah, let's get into the next part then. Okay, so as you can see, I've had a lot of questions. Like, I've heard a lot of rumors saying that she doesn't smack, she's not doing damage, she's overrated, and stuff like that. So, as you can see, the damage here, we've got some couple of good DPS champions, right? We've got Cardio, not really a DPS champion, but offers you a lot, like a lot of utility and stuff like that. We have Cecilia, who is not the highest DPS damage, but she does have like extra turns built into her kit. She's got AoE HP burn, brings you a lot of value. Gina, who has absolutely of a cannon of a nuke on the A3, and then brings more utility. Turvo, absolutely Hydra beast, especially with Cardial and stuff like that. I was actually surprised on how far that this team lasted, and I'm kind of wondering why Casper doesn't use Turvo way more in Arena, because he's a really good Arena. Just bearing in mind though, Cruelty is better on Turvo for Hydra, so it's just something that I would put a note on there. But anyway, looking at the damage from Archer compared to Gina is pretty insane. We also look at the healing, right? The healing is pretty insane. We have Cardio, who heals on the A1, which is quite consistent because it's counter attacking, etc. Then we have Gina, who has absolute massive heal with the A3. We all forget about that absolute cannon of a nuke that Gina can do, and the massive heal, right? So as you can see, the heal and the passive is so huge. The utility that's bringing to this is absolutely massive, and I think like that's great work overall. So honestly, this job can do pretty much other, and she's definitely, in my opinion, up there with Mishkati, with like probably not as DPS, but like the utility that she brings is absolutely phenomenal. And I think that, yeah, she's a great champion, probably one of the best Hydra champions in the game, in my opinion now. Right, okay, so let's get into a kit then. We do have a relentless set. I would like to see a refresh set as well in here, just to make this a bit more RNG pendant. So as you can see, we've got all these lovely juicy stats going on with accuracy chest, etc. So she has been built to do survivability. Critical rate isn't there, critical damage isn't there. It's just been built with accuracy, really good speed, defense, and HP. So yeah, I mean, personally myself, I would be building her a little bit similar to Mishati, with like good critical rate, good critical damage, and yeah, just try and get that in as well. I think that'll bring a bit more utility with that build, and I think it even could even do more damage. So again, you can see that she compares with Gina. I think we should be building at least 100% critical rate on this build. Um, Not so much me trying to, rip into anyone about it. It's just, there's a lot of testing and stuff like that. So that is what I would possibly personally do. As we can see, the masteries are very interesting. Um, So, for example, like on a DPS champion, I always take lifesteal. So life drinker, because it does work like a built-in lifesteal. There is a cycle of violence as well that I would like to see proccing for like the A2 and the A3. And it just generally help out as well. I can understand the healing side because of the passive, but it'd be interesting to see if we test it a bit more without that, and then come in with the cycle of violence, maybe. Cycle of magic. Plus, still is always so cool. So let me go ahead and pull up Raid Bro, and I would suggest these are the masteries I probably would go with my personal self. Um, so I would probably go more like something like this. Um, Life drink probably not needed really. And then I'd probably come in with accuracy, um, and stuff like that. Maybe we would come in with cycle of magic, and then I would come in with a hex. To be honest, I could see a lot of utility. We're just trying to keep down that hex more, maybe. So yeah, I could definitely see that. And then suppose here you come in with this extra turn meter and stuff like that as well, because of the A3. So when she runs out the buffs, get more turn meter and into her abilities and cycle around a bit more. I think these are the masteries that make sense. I'm not too sure on these two. Maybe you go something like this, which is generally what I would go on, like a DPS champion. And then sniper, depending on A1, the sniper doesn't really make any sense with A1 or not. So there we are. What a video for today. What a content. A big thank you out to Casper again for allowing me to borrow his account and showcase an Archer. I really do think that she's a great champion. I think she's one of the best in the team setup for one of the five. And we've seen, to be honest, like the Void Legendary, for example, being a bit of a flop, right? So yeah, really cool showcase for you today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why do you disagree? I'm really interested to hear from you guys. I have been Grim Reaper. I will see you guys on the next video. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.